What's that in my periphery? It's a bunch of plastic peripherals!
Let's go!
You're watching Two Button Crew.
Your daily Nintendo of fandom once again.
It's back.
Yes, we have a full week of daily shows. We decided to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about this.
And you guys already got your stream this week with Ryan at 3 a.m. in our time zone.
In our time zone, yeah.
So be grateful, right? So, as always with Mystery Mondays, it's a mystery because we don't know what the biggest news story is going to be until the last second. And it turns out there was no biggest news story. So here's what we found. Let's talk about how Nintendo is going to be trying to increase sales with peripherals. They're not, planning Switch 2.0 for 2018. That's confirmed by this quote.
Yes.
So we actually have three quotes. Because it's Japanese.
I don't know why you keep saying that I'm the one who makes all these racially insensitive comments.
And here, let's read them. I'll do the first one. The People Familiar said expanded Switch features in the coming year could also include additional network-related features and peripherals to be attached to its USB Type-C port. So the USB Type-C port, that's the one in the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't ever want to hear the phrase one in the bottom followed by this ever again.
Reminds you too badly of your colonoscopy.
Yes. Colon. Okay. But the next quote says, but they said changes to the Switch itself, like a smaller version of the machine, were unlikely this year as Nintendo focuses on better manufacturing and shipping of the current model.
Okay. At an investor briefing in February, Mr. Kimishima, the Nintendo CEO, said he wanted to make the Switch's product cycle longer than the 5 to 6 year span that's become customary in the video game console industry. And we already knew that, didn't we? We've had that news story recently. But the ones that really stood out to me were, I think I read it wrong. It said networking type stuff and peripherals that plug into the USB-C, and I thought those went together. I was like, why would a networking thing be plugged into the bottom? Why would it be one in the bottom? Because then you couldn't use it docked, because the dock is using up that plug. So it was separate. Networking type stuff and peripheral stuff. Do you think this is what we already know about? Because in September, Paid Online's coming out. And on 420, one in the bottom. No, wait. Labo cardboard peripherals are coming out.
It might be. I'd like to see more stuff. I think the Switch is really versatile. I don't want to see it get gimmicky, like the Wii. I mean, the Wii didn't get too bad, but it was a lot of different peripherals, especially those first couple of years.
Wii didn't get too bad. Simeon King, 2018.
Yes. WII didn't get too bad. We didn't get too bad. No.
I know, but if you think Wii wasn't too bad with the gimmicks and the peripherals and the plastic and the waggle.
By the time the Wii was done, it had leveled itself out more.
That's
First
true.
couple of years were, the zapper and all this stuff, and it's like,
how dare you besmirch the Zapper?
The Zapper is a crapper. No, I think it's some of what we know, and maybe one or two things that we don't know about.
I gotcha. Well, this could also be another thing that we know about or don't know about, and that's with the better manufacturing of the current console, because thankfully they hopped on the issue really quickly of the Joy-Con L connectivity problems. Do you even remember that?
I do remember that, very vaguely.
Joy-Con L you'd be like having Link walk forward, because that's the only game you played when the Switch first came out, and then he would just stop walking, and then he'd walk again, even though you didn't move your thumb at all. So it was like the signals weren't being transmitted every once in a while. We have that problem when we tried to play Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii U.
That's right.
So Nintendo's no stranger to these problems, but they did fix it rather quickly. And I hope they're doing other things. What would you think, and what would you like to see as a reasonable improvement to the current manufacturing of the Switch, and the one that comes to my mind is keeping the dock from scratching, because we put screen protectors on our screens in a big hurry because the dock is definitely known to leave some marks.
Yeah. Also, I think that this is going to be a big deal with Labo coming out, is the camera. And I know that they've shown that it's like high tech and stuff, but I mean, go back to the one real game that we have. They use the IR camera right now, which is the sandwich eating, and it's not that good. So I don't know. Maybe that's something that they can really focus on and improve on in the future.
And you thought it wasn't that good because you got to the game and you're like, I could eat way more than 11 sandwiches
That's right.
in 30 seconds.
Absolutely.
This thing's
totally
inaccurate.
Unrealistic.
Yeah. Another little thing might be, I know it bothers some people, is just the little wiggle of Joy-Con when they're in handheld mode. Like, you really don't want those things to move at all, even by a centimeter. And some people have it worse than others. Mine are mostly snug, but...
I haven't noticed that problem with mine yet.
Well, congratulations.
But mine is relatively new, so...
Yes, maybe you got a nicer one.
Could be. Maybe they've already done it.
So anything else, or is that pretty much all they need to fix?
I think that's...
Oh!
The main thing they need
I know what you would say.
What's that?
The kickstand. What should they do about that?
Kickstand. Well, here's the thing, is... I knew from the beginning that the kickstand was a piece of junk. Like, I remember watching it. The only thing in that initial trailer that I looked at and said, that is really stupid, is the kickstand. I knew it was a piece of junk. But it's kind of on purpose. And I get it now. I don't like it, but I don't see how they can make it better, honestly. Like,
because it needs to be able to come off.
And that's the whole thing.
In case, like a doofus, you have it out and you try to dock the thing. Right?
I guess. I don't know. Think of have like anti-gravity or something to hold it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
The kickstand is just, I don't know. I really don't. I cannot think of a solution. Maybe that was the best solution. They were like, we got to have some way of keeping it up, but this is our best idea. You got a better idea? And everyone's like, no, I don't have a better idea. And that's why we have the kickstand the way it is.
Simeon, what score do you give this news week?
I give it a 5 out of 10 because it's like, maybe we already know this stuff, maybe we don't. I think the one interesting thing, though, that was in there is that he said, this year we don't have a new Switch plan for this next year. And it's like, of course, probably not. It's going to be a 2-year-old console by the time next year rolls around. It's like, they're not ready to replace it, but maybe in the future, who knows.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the crew.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like this video down below. It helps out so very much.
See you guys next time.
Signing out.